INFJs, why do we continue to hurt ourselves? Do you find that you relive those hurtful situations over and over and over again? We think that we've healed from them and then poof, they're back again. And it's like we're reliving it and we have all those feelings come up, the anger, the resentment, whatever it may be. And it's really, really there to the point where it will throw us like in a tailspin. And we just want to grab our head and shake it and be like, I thought I healed from you. And here it is, back again. This is what I'm talking about today. Talking about how to heal from these situations, why it is so hard to heal from it. And then I'm going to share with you my thoughts. My thoughts? Yeah, it's my thoughts. It's my thoughts on how I was able to heal from it. I spent years in a narcissistic relationship, and a lot of those memories and hurtful situations kept coming up. And I'm going to share with you what I did. I had to change my perspective and see things a little bit differently, but I'm going to share with you how I did that to help me get over it so I'm not reliving it again and again. So welcome to my channel. I'm Trina. I'm an INFJ and I'm also autistic. I created this channel because I just wanted to come and help other people like myself feel seen, heard, understood, and less alone, because that would have made a huge difference for myself years ago. And I also wanted to create a safe community where people could come and just be themselves and not be judged or ridiculed or anything like that. So welcome to my channel if you're new. I hope you find it helpful. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm grateful for everybody that watches my channel, my crazy videos. My videos are also completely unedited. So I stammer on my words and I forget what I was going to say, or I lose my words, or my dog comes in, or you'll hear him breathing, or whatever it may be. Just so you know, it's completely unedited. Before we get going though, I do want to mention that I created a safe space for us. I'm very excited about this. The Heart and Mind Connection Circle for INFJs. It's just a safe place where we can come and meet and fit in. Feel like we fit in, meet other people like us, where we can share our experiences and actually relate to somebody. Doesn't happen very often for us. And explore topics related to the INFJ life, because sometimes it's pretty darn interesting being an INFJ, especially if you're autistic. So anyway, if you're interested in this, the link is in the description of this video. Everything you need to know is in that link. Okay, let's get on. I have a squeaky chair today. It's squeaking, but that's okay. It's probably going to drive me nuts, but I'm good. We're okay. So hurt. I really like talking about hurt and trauma. I don't know why. I find it really interesting, but it continually comes back. We think that we're over it, whatever the situation is, and then we'll be doing something. For me, it's like when I'm cleaning house, because I don't like cleaning house. It's very mundane and boring, tedious. Anyway, and that's when my thoughts will come back to those situations that, like, I got really angry, or somebody hurt me, or I was ridiculed, or whatever it may be. And I have like a whole suitcase full of them. And I mean, life happens and those are part of our memories, right? So we're going to constantly remember them, except there's a difference between remembering them and then getting stuck on ruminating about them and reliving it. And that's where the INFJ personality type is interesting, because we will actually relive those situations to the point where I think it's the amygdala in the brain. I have really hard time saying that word. But anyway, that part of the brain that would have lit up when that situation happened to us initially will light up again. So when we say it's like we're reliving it, it is like we are truly reliving it. Our body is responding to all those emotions that are coming up again. It's not just in our head, it's like in our entire body. So it's triggering anxiety and sadness, depression, whatever it may be, right? And we think, oh man, I thought I healed from this. I mean, this happened 20 years ago. And here I am reliving it again over and over and over again. The thing to remember about healing is it's like an onion. There are so many layers to healing that we need to pull back and heal some more, and pull back and heal some more. So it really depends on the situation. Like one situation that I had a really hard time with, it was a large onion for me. There was lots of layers to it. Was years ago I had a job in the oil and gas industry, working for a big corporation. And I was so excited about getting this job because I was a single mom and it was really good pay, which as a single mom, we need that, right? But not only that, I had heard so many good things about this corporation that there was so much room for advancement. I could like build a career out of this and like I would do so well. There was no stopping me now kind of thing, right? So I was so excited when I got this job and I was going to do so well. Well, my supervisor took a disliking to me right off the start. I don't know what I ever did to her. To this day, I don't know. I'm never going to know, so whatever. It's not a big deal. She took a disliking to me, and it became probably the most toxic place I have ever worked in my entire life. The company itself, I wouldn't say is a bad company, but it was just the situation that I was in with my supervisor, and I was called names. I was told I was stupid. I was picked apart. I spent, because I really wanted to build the career, I really went over and above. So I put in like lots of overtime that I never got paid for. And I never said no to work getting piled on me. I seldom ever took days off. They would actually have to like come after me and say, hey, you got to take these days off. Because I just had so much to do. I was in there on weekends quite often trying to get caught up and making all my deadlines. And I got ridiculed. I got called names. When it came time, there's a promotion that I was looking into and I was very excited about it. And I went and I took the proper training for this promotion. And then when I went to see about getting this promotion, that's when I was told that I was stupid and incompetent and lazy, even though I had put in like all this overtime that I never ever got paid for. So it really dug deep. I felt really bad about it because of how hard I had worked there to like better myself for my son, right? And then it continued from there. The way I dressed, like I stayed for quite a few years after, and even the way I dressed was picked apart because I don't know why. I won't even get into it. So of course, like I relived all this stuff over and over. It caused lots of hurt. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get over it. And it was really holding me back because it hacked massively on like my self-worth and my self-esteem and confidence, right? When you're called down, when you're trying your best and the stuff comes and hacks on you. And so I had a hard time getting over it. And when I would relive it, it was like everything that I had done to work on myself for my self-esteem and confidence, I was right back at square one again. And it was so frustrating. And that's when I discovered that healing, it's like an onion. So some situations are bigger onions than others. Like that one was a big onion. There was lots I had to peel back. So when it comes back to you, there's more of that you have to heal. You haven't finished healing from it. So step back and be like, okay, well, what part haven't I healed? So there's more healing. Or there's something that you still haven't learned from it. It's there, but you still haven't learned from it. So stepping back and looking at the situation, instead of getting pulled into the ruminating about it and triggering all those emotions, just stepping back and saying, okay, obviously I haven't finished my healing of this. What have I learned, right? Because when it comes down to it, that's really what life's about, is learning. We learn, that's what it is. We're always learning. So stepping back and, okay, what did I learn from this? Now, with that, be very careful because we tend as INFJs to want to analyze people and understand why they do the things we do. Now that is their business. It is not ours. And I say that with a kind heart. I'm coming from love and kindness. I don't mean get out of their business, but I mean get out of their business, okay? So that is their business. How they treat us, how they react, whatever it may be, we could spend a lifetime trying to understand why they did the things they did, right? I spent years trying to figure out why the supervisor totally pooed on me. I couldn't understand it. I'm never going to understand it. That's her thing, not mine. It's not meant for me to understand. What I needed to do was figure out, well, what did I learn from that situation and continue to pull back those layers of that onion so I can continue to heal. And that's what I did. Once we do that, it starts flowing in less and less. Now, my thoughts about this, I said I was going to share my thought on this, on how I was able to leave it, to let go and walk away from it. I said that I had spent years in a narcissistic relationship. There was so much gaslighting going on. I'm not going to get into details, but there was a lot of gaslighting, and Even now to this day, lots of situations will come up that will trigger a memory and I will start reliving it. Now, here's my thought. I couldn't continue to do this, reliving it and beating myself up about it, because as INFJs, like I said earlier, we truly relive those situations, right? And I didn't like it because I'd be in a great mood, I'm having a good day, and then a song would come on or a smell or something, whatever it would be that would trigger a memory, and it would just totally ruin my day and put me in a tailspin for a long time. A friend of mine mentioned to me, now this isn't actually I can't take credit for this thought, but she explained it to me like hurt is like a train, okay? So we're at this train station and your hurt is the train coming up, okay? We can see it coming, right? Because we've healed, we've pulled back layers of this onion, so we can see the train coming. We're aware that it's coming and it stops. Now we have the choice to get on the train or not get off or stay off of it. When we get on it, that's when we're getting in that we have that memory, it has come, and we're hopping on the train and we're going down the train. So we're going to ruminate about this memory. And that's when all those emotions are going to come up and we're going to feel it. And it's going to be like a bumpy ride on this train, right? So we're at this train station. We see it come up and it stops. We got the choice. We can get on it or we could stay off. Eventually we get to a point with those situations that we know when we get on this train, we know where it's going to take us. We know exactly where it's going to take us and we don't want to go there anymore. So that's when I say we have the choice to either get on the train or we stay off of it. So now when those memories come up, because remember they're memories, we get memories in life and situations that hurt us, they're always going to be memories. We're always going to have those. They're never going to go away. Even once we heal from it, they're never going to go away. They're always going to be there. But ultimately we get the choice to either hop on that train and go and relive that situation again, full of all the hurt, anger, whatever it may be, or notice it and be like, oh, train, there you are. I'm not getting on you today because I know where you're going and I don't want to go down there. I've been down that and I'm good. We're good. We don't need to go down there anymore, right? When she said that, I'm like, this is genius. That's exactly what it is. So now when I have situations come up in my brain, because they do, I'm an INFJ. That's what we do. We think lots. They'll come up and I really truly think of them as a train going through my head now. It's like a little train full of hurt coming up and I'm like, no, I'm not getting on you. I know where you're going to go. I'm good. I'm good here. I'll wait for the next one that's going to be a happy train and maybe I'll hop on that one. I hope this was helpful. Thinking of it like this really helped me get over that hurt and be able to notice when those situations are coming up so that I'm not getting pulled into ruminating and I'm not experiencing all those emotions. I hope that it will help you too. I know I've used it with some of my clients. I've mentioned this train to some of my clients and it has been very helpful for them as well. So thanks so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, give me the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel so that we can discuss and talk about and learn more about the INFJ personality type and also autistic INFJs. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you real soon with another video. Bye for now.